I I hadn't yet unmuted the Discord tab. Now they can hear you. Hi guys.
Good good afternoon, good morning, hello, greetings.
He's not used to being here in the afternoons anymore.
I mean, yeah, usually this man drags me out of bed for like a game at like 9 in the morning.
You can say no.
I mean, I could, but what, how could I though?
All right. Listen, we're
Anyway,
not we're not gonna
hel-
turn this wholesome. We're talking about murdery things.
anyway, hello everybody. Hi Sharp. Hi Mystique. Hi Ollie. How are you guys doing?
Hello guys. Well, welcome to Modshop.
We're talking about analog horror because he gave me two topics to pick from: content creators or analog horror. And I kind of know more about analog horror, and I don't really want to talk about the people I watch. So,
Well, that's
and analog,
honestly that was honestly surprising when you picked analog horror, and then you said that, and honestly fair.
it's like analog horror is. Look, I don't like horror, but analog horror is my favorite type of horror I don't like. Like,
We we need to
like
watch streams of an Insomniac together. We do need to watch streams of an Insomniac together.
I'm absolutely obsessed with things on observation duty, that kind of thing.
Oh,
It's
observation
like,
duty is, huh.
or the fact that, or like people replacement kind of deal, you know? Or just like, that's not a normal person.
That's not a normal person.
That face is
AKA Mandela
distorted.
catalog,
Yeah, Mandela catalog.
which
It,
we're
like,
I was gonna talk
absolutely.
about today, and then I remembered something. We're not talking about Mandela catalog anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. Hi, Fossil Chan.
Hi, Fossil. Yeah, forgot the creator was not great.
Yeah.
But so my favorite one is Dreams of an Insomniac. As we have watched. Oh no,
Oh, it's Tarth. Oh
he's
no.
here.
Do you think Tarth has actually seen me start up Destiny 2?
Maybe.
Oh god. I need to run.
But so guys, Dreams of an Insomniac, my favorite fucking analog horror. If you guys have seen my tweet, um, it's with my little Clyde plushes. This was like from a while ago. That's the little demon guy from Dreams of an Insomniac, and I fucking love him.
Tell
Three.
me about it.
Okay, so it's the I followed the creator for a while because I just liked his content beforehand because he basically did the same type of stuff I want to do with YouTube of like game analysis and everything, but he was always so focused on horror. Besides the one time he made a video on Sonic CD, but we're not going to talk about that.
Mm.
um, he like did a focus on horror. Like he'll talk about characters' designs and the stories and why they work so well together. Um, Most of the time he tries to be positive. There was the like time he spent 40 minutes just saying why Hello Neighbor is absolute shit, which it is, to be fair. But I've just followed him for a while, and then he kept talking about this project. He
Yeah,
made
me right. It's Lunex and Lunex. Um,
it's Boba and
but
Tarth. Um, so they he he kept making like all this stuff like anytime he kept teasing it basically, and like he'd bring it up and people would ask questions and he'd answer like some of the questions but not a lot because he made his own species for them. They're called Veldigans, and no two Veldigans are the same. They are extremely fucking different from each other, and I love each of them so much. Um, and
I
so
found his head, by the way.
sorry, what?
I found his head.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Continue.
At least it's not going to impale your foot.
Yeah.
So the first episode of Walton Files to come out is called the Haunted Halloween PSA, where it is basically a. It starts off as some guy just like looking at all these tapes, right? One's like a homemade news report about this break-in that happened at a shop where they stole a Halloween costume called the Spooky Inmate, where it's just like an orange jumpsuit with stripes. And I first saw that, and I'm like, ooh, we getting Clyde. Because Clyde is like the main mascot for Pastra's entire channel. So I'm like, oh, we just getting right into the Clyde shit. Okay, I thought we were building up to him. No, he is just here. He is front and center. It's great.
Ooh.
We then get a news report, or not a news report. We get a police report about the break-in, where there are three pictures. One is basically like, hey, the store, like, there's movement in the store, but there's like all the lights are on and everything. Nothing's wrong. The second is all the lights are off. Another picture gets taken, but it's just all the lights are off and everything. The third picture is just Clyde's eyes and mouth right up next to the camera,
Oh.
and it's a little spooky. It's very spooky,
A little bit.
just a little spooky. What I think is really funny though, earlier during like someone just doing their own investigation about the break-in, some guy just basically starts going into a conspiracy theory, and at one point he's just like, "Now what I think is," and then they just cut him off and start talking over him, trying to give the conspiracy theory. It is so fucking good.
Bruh.
Um, then we kind of move on to someone watching Army of Darkness. I think it was Army of Darkness. It's either Ash versus Evil Dead or Army of Darkness. It's one of those two. Well, it gets interrupted by the Haunted Halloween PSA that the whole episode's named after, where because a few years ago, 6 children just kind of went missing.
I mean,
Everyone's assuming they're dead and everything. So,
naturally.
on Halloween night, like while trick or treating, these kids went missing.
Hmm.
And basically we don't like see anything from it or anything. We just get to the one guy being interviewed who was like, "Yeah, me and my friends were out on trick or treating, and all of a sudden this mother comes around the corner looking for her kid. So we all start looking around, and then another mother comes, and another, and soon there's like 6 moms all looking for their kids, and no one knows where they are. And apparently no one ever found the kids, because, spoiler alert, the Veldigans eat people. None of the Veldigans got their names like in any typical way. It's just the first person they ate, they take their name. Like, first person they eat, they steal their name. So,
Damn. Okay.
well, so these 6 kids go missing. So basically this Haunted Halloween PSA is about the quote-unquote Smiling Snatcher, which is Clyde, the fucking Veldigan who stole the costume to blend in with people so it could kidnap and eat kids.
That is so fucked up.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
I was gonna say, I kind of have an issue with doppelgangers. I really don't like them. Also, there's a difference between doppelgangers and clones, okay?
Yeah, there is. The thing is, this isn't a whole doppelganger thing. It's different. It really doesn't look like a person. It just it tries its best.
Ah, skin suit.
No, not even.
Bruh.
It's just there, and everyone's just like, oh, it's just a Halloween. Like, everyone keeps thinking that his fucked up face isn't like, oh, a demon. They're just like, oh, it's Halloween. It's someone wearing a mask. So it's just, hey, it's Halloween. I can blend in with people, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically you get rules. There's the one, you don't trust anyone like wearing this costume. It is the specific rule number 1 is you do not hear the knocking at your doors and windows. And this scene fucked me up. Because it's just, you do not hear the knocking at your doors and windows. Rule number 2. And it just starts playing these knocking sounds while he goes to explain rule number 2. And then he quickly cuts back. Rule number 1, you do not hear the knocking at your doors and windows. Rule number 2. and the knocking sounds just kind of play like every now and then for the rest of the rules. Um, and it fucking got to me, man.
Sounds like it would. Jesus.
Uh, and so, which I will explain later, more reasons why that scene got to me so fucking much. Um, it's hey, if you hear your friend's voice outside, it's the smiling snatcher, like just copying their voice, like it's not them. If your friend is outside your window trying to like get you to come play and you see them standing there, it's not them, it's the smiling snatchers wearing their skin. Which I don't know what that means yet. I haven't gotten the chance to watch episode 2 on the series because I'm waiting to do another watch party stream with Amphi, but I gotta figure out why my browser's not working first. Um, but
Yeah,
like,
that's a mystery.
it's a whole mystery. But I don't know what that means because at no other point have I know like the creator could have said something about it by now, like that I just missed, or could have like in the second episode it's been confirmed that they can shapeshift or whatever. But from what I have seen, they don't do that. So I don't know what it means wearing their skin.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes.
it's who it and so it just kind of goes through the rest of the rules and like are like, hey, stay safe this weekend. Um, and then it just kind of ends on this shot of like a cartoon version of Clyde, which is what they've dubbed the Smiling Snatcher, just like standing there as flashing images of all the like bodies play. Um, it there's oh my god, this one scene really fucked me up though, because in the police report where the police go to like stop Clyde, one officer touched him, and it fucked him up so bad. It doesn't fucking attack. It's just if you touch him, it goes horribly wrong for you. Because it's what was it? It was specifically your bones fucking grow, and um your bones fucking grow inside of your fucking body. Your skin tightens across your bones. Your
Hmm.
like hair falls out. Your eyes sink in. You start like bleeding from all your fucking holes. It it is so messed up. And then only to find out in one of the later like mini episodes they made that said officer fully recovered. Like he was fine afterwards. He made a full
We're,
recovery.
we're talking
Oh,
about analog horror, Rose.
only to feel so guilty that he did not save those kids that he hangs himself in his son's closet. And his son is the one who found the body.
That's
And
fair. Yeah, boy.
the police were only called it toddler infant son, by the way. I think it specifically says like child.
Jesus Christ.
And the only reason police were called is because neighbors heard the screaming.
Hmm. Fair enough. Also check your DMs when you get a chance.
All right.
Right. Hey Manta, how you doing? We're talking about analog horror today.
Yeah, it's oh my god. I fucking love Dreams of an Insomniac. And I really you don't know how hard it has been to wait watching episode 2. I'm like I need to watch it because one of the other Veldigan is called the Lankman, right? One of the other Veldigan's name is Lankman. We saw that the PSA, like the, I forget if it was I forget if it was specifically the PSA or the police report. One of them was created by the Lankman Foundation. There's this place called the Lankman Foundation, and I don't know why a Veldigan has this foundation and is interacting with humans. I don't know why. I don't know what Lankman is up to, but Lankman has been this weird character on Pastor's channel this entire time, where he's basically kind of like the manager type thing that's like keeping him there and making him write his shit. It's weird. There was a whole ARG involving Lankman on Pastor's channel. There's a lot of times where Lankman will like interrupt stuff and like complain about things. Like he's this weird character. And episode 2 of the series is titled The Lankman Foundation. So all of like most of the answers to all the questions I have right now are in that episode, and I cannot watch it yet. To
Maybe we should watch it together.
I mean, yeah, we should. And again, I'm gonna drag Amphi in too because he's also really enjoying this series.
Watch
Oh,
party.
watch
Let's
party.
go. I can't wait to not sleep.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my god. I also one thing, Veldigan's hunt in pairs, but they only talk about Clyde that first episode. I don't know which Veldigan he was hunting with, but why did no one see them?
Yes.
Veldigans completely hunt in pairs. And it's like, how did you not? Which, by the way, there was one. Just side note. This has nothing to do with the horror series itself, but it's really funny because one of Pastor's friends was doing ranking, doing smash or pass of his OCs, and the fucking clip of him explaining it was like, I don't know. I got a DM saying you were doing an interesting smash or pass. What's going on here? Because he jumped in like a Discord call with his friend. It was like, I don't know. Someone told me you were doing a very interesting smash or pass. What's going on here? Well, we've done a lot. We've done Spider-Man villains. We've done U.S. presidents. We did Tetris blocks.
Excuse me?
And we just finished doing Pastra OCs. You what? And Pastra just... He's like, I'm opening stream right now. What did you do? You motherfucker. And my favorite is him being like, why did you say you'd smash Clyde? It is canonical that touching him basically turns you into a Dark Souls hollow.
Oh, by the way, that's what that I look like a Dark Souls hollow before I have coffee.
So cute.
What? Man. Or, it's just Lunex just gives me some of his humanity.
You think I have some of that?
I mean, there's a reason why I'm so cheery around you.
Fuck you.
I'm not drinking less coffee, cat boy
So-
DM. Okay,
You want to
that's not happening.
You want to smash or pass Tetris blocks sometime? Sorry, I just love Miesel's reaction to that. Just what?
It's probably going to be it's the purple 4 block that has that looks like a T.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be 5 blocks, by the way. That would be fine.
No, I thought it was a 4 block.
There's a T that's 5 blocks. Is there not? Hasn't there always been a T that's 5 blocks?
Or am I not remembering it right? I'm not talking about the L shape. I'm talking about the T shape.
I know.
one.
But the L shapes are 4 blocks.
Yeah, the
The
T
T
shape
is 5. Anyway, so going back to you do not hear the knocking at your doors and windows. The 2 reasons this thing fucked me up. Most of the time it would be like, oh, okay, haha, spooky, whatever. Right after the first horror watch party stream where I was with Amphi and someone who shall not be named, we ended up watching Vita Carnis after, which if you have not seen Vita Carnis, go watch Vita Carnis. Like, anyone who has not seen it, I recommend it. It is fantastic. If you need more convincing, the reason I wanted to watch it is just because I heard about the meat snake. So, take that as you will.
Excuse me? Almost choked.
The meat snake.
I like meat snakes.
Yeah. So there is something called the Mimic, where it is just a tall human with no skin. It hides out in your house and makes noises to like lure you into like certain areas of your house, including knocking on your doors and windows. So it plays a knocking on your door and window, and I didn't realize it was gonna do that. And I took off my headphones and like looked to the giant like, cause I have a giant sliding glass door right next to me, with where I'm at the PC, right? And not only
Yeah.
do I have that there, the hallway behind me also has a window like directly right there. So I'm quickly looking around, like, is someone knocking on one of these? What the fuck? Because I didn't realize they came from the video, and I was like freaking out.
I I always freak out when I hear knocking on my window because it's like 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, do I have a
The-
story for you then? Um,
but my windows rattle because they're old, like 1920s to 30s windows. So they're only single pane, so they fucking rattle like a motherfucker.
damn.
And it's so goddamn scary during a thunderstorm.
Oh no. But so that freaked me out, and I think it's really funny because Amphi was like in there being like, "Oh, is Clyde spooking you out a little there, Lunex?" I'm like, listen,
Yeah,
listen.
I'll be
Clyde
your
is fine.
Clyde.
I also have my two Clyde plushes like sitting right in front of me, by the way, while we're talking about this, and I need to order that Lankman plush before it's gone.
Did you see that apparently Good Smile announced that they're making their Silent Hill plushies?
No. So you're gonna get a
Yeah.
giant fucking pyramid head?
Yeah, there's a Pyramid Head plushie, a Heather plushie, and a Bunny plushie.
Oh, I want pyramid head.
It's like,
It better have the realistic
I-
cake.
and I want all three of them. I want a tiny Heather.
No, DM, this channel, we live by the phrase, I don't need to fix him, I need him to make me worse.
Exactly.
So,
There's a reason why if I play Pyramid Head in Dead by Daylight, there's just a reason why Lunex will run on purpose into the barbed wire to get tormented.
send me to your fucking cage of torment, goddamn.
Exactly.
Anyway, so basically, the second one that fucked me up, I rewatched it recently, right? Or no, not recently, but my first time watching it. Yeah, no, it was directly after my first time watching the first episode. I started a playthrough of Resident Evil 7. Me too, Measle. Uh, well, for those who don't know how the start of Resident Evil 7 goes, you're walking through this creepy ass house. And when it turns to nighttime in the house, it starts storming, and there's continuous knocking at the fucking window. So that just triggered my fucking, like, ooh, the spooky Clyde man is at the window. Oh no, he here.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what's a side note that's really fucking funny?
What?
So, Amphi's been playing all of the observation duty games,
Yeah.
and he says that he's beat them, but he's still oblivious as fuck sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times where I've played V Rising and on purpose gone into his castle and fucked with him, and he hasn't noticed for fucking hours. Like, I literally do the observation duty thing and change all of his chairs,
Oh my god.
change all of his statues, change all of his paintings, change all the lights.
Oh my god.
I even went so hard as to I changed the position of the flowers in his castle, which means he was gone long enough for me to chop them up and replant them.
Oh my god.
And he didn't notice that his entire throne room was backwards.
Oh, this poor man. What have you done?
I am what you call funny.
The
I could fix Lunex, but it would involve a bench, a hypnotist, and some self-love. Well, you know, it is what it is, Daz.
There's no fixing me.
There,
So
I'm sure I could do it.
And try harder then, goddamn. Uh,
I'll get. I guess I got to bring out the monkey wrench.
so the God, so I know this like is specifically analog horror, but I kind of want to extend it to just internet horror in general. Cause have you ever read the Abandoned by Disney series?
No. Uh, also, uh, also, Disco has a comment. By the way,
Oh,
he says his favorite is the Walton Files.
I haven't seen Molten Files 4 yet. I'm getting there. I'm not sure how I feel about Walton Files. Cause
So, yeah, he has a comment from my phone iMessages.
I love that. I love that he's just comment. Um, so like I don't know. It's weird. Um, I think it's just a thing of like it's too much FNAF related for me to like really be like, ah yes, I can get into the story of this.
Oh yeah, he has the same problem with doppelgangers as much as I do.
Ah,
Yeah.
it looks like we're dragging Disco into our fucking Dreams of an Insomniac watch party.
Oh God, we all need a boba in our lives to remodel our castles, add a little spice to it. Yeah, DM, if you like purple, gold, and black, you're gonna love your fucking castle.
So, Abandoned by
Also,
Disney is
I drag Dune.
oh hi Jack Dillon. So,
Also,
thank you for the hydrate fossil.
thank you.
So, Abandoned by Disney, it started as one story, which is why like the whole series just kind of became Abandoned by Disney because that was the first name. Um, it basically talks about this old abandoned Disney resort called Mowgli's Palace, which was supposed to be like I forget where it's supposed to like exist in the world, but it was just them basically making a jungle themed resort
Um,
in an actual jungle, but then having horribly racist depictions of the like indigenous people as Disney tends to kind of do back in the day.
Christ.
Like let us not forget that Donald Duck is canonically a Nazi. Um
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
it's Disney tended to not be great back then. Uh but the whole thing is like for some reason the place was abandoned and all this shit. Like just all out of nowhere they stopped construction. All the live animals were set loose in the resort and everyone just dipped. So the narrator almost gets just eaten by an actual fucking snake that was there, but you know, why not?
Oh
Um
well.
he thought it was a statue. It was not. Um as he's walking around,
Classic.
there's these meat hooks that are swinging even though there's like no one around, like the hooks just start swinging. He hears voices in the rooms, and he'll go in the room, and there's no one in there.
Meat hooks.
Not, not a fun time. Yeah, because like in the kitchen
Playing,
freezer.
we playing DVD.
Yes, but the oh, the core problem with this game, or game, fucking story. It's not or not a problem. Listen, I was looking at DM saying I need to get that game.
Hmm.
Like
Fair,
it's not the
fair
problem. It's
enough.
just the creepy part. Um, he goes downstairs, right?
Right.
There's, I forget if it's just like don't open or whatever, but keep in mind also all around the resorts are sign that says abandoned by Disney. Like signs just the entire resort just say abandoned by Disney and all this stuff. He gets to the bottom of the stairs, and it is a mascot storage room. There's mascots hanging on like the fucking hooks down there, like just mascot costumes hanging up with their heads on. There's two costumes on the floor. One that's a Donald Duck, the other is a photo negative Mickey costume. Which you know,
That
that's a little
that's
strange.
weird.
He picks up the Donald Duck head and he hears a something drop to the floor and rattle around. a
Hmm.
human skull had fallen out of the Donald Duck mascot.
Knowing my luck, that would hit my foot. But, huh, okay. That is that
He
is a Fifth Night at Freddy's right there.
he goes to take a picture just to kind of be like, "Hey, I don't know if this is like actual murder that got covered up or just they worked this person to death and then just also covered it up, but they're responsible. I'm going to take a picture and be like, "Hey, maybe Disney should like not have kept a body in their basement."
I mean, there have been some pretty harrowing horror stories about people dying in employees dying about in amusement parks,
Yeah.
um, and never finding their bodies, and it's usually because they get ground up by machinery.
Um
That's
Disney is
specific to the amusement park near me.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh no.
yeah,
I'm going to ask you more about that later so you don't dox yourself. But
yeah.
there's God, oh my god. It So he goes to take a picture and the photo negative Mickey starts standing up in the corner of the room. And it like he goes to take a picture of that because he's like obviously he's like freaked out, but he's also like no one's going to believe me if I tell them this. I need to take a picture. The photo just
Mhm.
has dead pixels in the measurements of the thing or like in the not the measurements and like like in the shape of the Mickey. It's Diem. We'll get there. You're on the right
That's
track. We'll
correct.
get there. Um,
Don't drink the water at the log flume.
he goes and the camera just dies. The Mickey's like taking weird steps towards him, and then it said like in a perfect Mickey voice that just had like slight distortion on it. And someone, when I heard someone read this story, they gave themselves a Mickey Mouse voice when they read it out, which is what got to me the most part because it was just so viscerally wrong. It's just, hey there, you want to see my head come off? And then just starts tearing at its neck.
I'm fucking dying. Ho ho.
Blood, like yellow blood, starts coming out of its neck, and
Ew.
it's because it's trying to take a mascot head off, but it's not a mascot head. It's its actual fucking head, and so it's like it's tearing at its neck, and it's like this animalistic movements trying to like it specifically described it as like clawing at its throat like a wounded animal trying to like get like its leg or something out of a trap or whatever. And at that point, he just turns and runs. And as he's heading up the stairs, he sees one of the abandoned by Disney signs at the bottom of the steps where Disney's been crossed out and replaced with God.
Oh God. Oh
And
well.
that is story 1 of 4.
Merry Crisis.
I cannot explain to you how much that story fucked me up when I first read it. Because this is an older creepypasta. Like, as someone who read and was fine with stuff like, Tiki Toby, Jeff the Killer, Eyeless Jack, like all the basic ones, which are like, obviously looking back on now, they're horribly written, but as a middle schooler, they were still kind of creepy and shit. Doesn't. Abandoned by Disney fucking got to me, man.
Hmm.
There's. Then it goes into the sequel, which is Room Zero. Um, Room Zero is basically him talking to people who worked at the park. Um, which is stuff like, hey, these mascots who, like, and they all went by like just whatever their jobs were at the park. So there was someone just named lifeguard, someone named chef, and then he talked to some girl named Snow White, who her story is basically how horrible mascots were treated to the point where, like, obviously overheating and throwing up in the costumes was a big fucking problem. But someone got so overheated, they died. And
Heat stroke.
wait. And while waiting for people to come drag the body away, another mascot who was nearby had to go and sit with the body and continue to take pictures with all the kids.
That makes no fucking sense, but all right. That
Well,
is.
because Disney was trying to keep up the illusion and everything. Um, oh god, Ice, I'm scared. But
Hi, Ice. How's Ice doing?
so that was just kind of fucked. It's like this policy they had where if someone died, we need to create the illusion. So someone's gonna go sit with the body and keep like taking pictures with the kids, like because they're in a mascot costume, obviously. So kids aren't gonna be able to tell that like the fucking thing's dead. Um,
I mean, other than the fucking smell.
I mean, yeah, but if they died like right there, it's not gonna smell immediately.
Or
Um,
I mean, in that heat,
I mean, true,
probably faster than you think.
but they go and talk to some lady named Rosie, who's like so fucking old at this point. She's like in a nursing home, I think. I think it was like she's in a nursing home. Um, they like they had this thing where whenever guests would come, because this was in the middle of the Cold War, so obviously like nuclear threats were present.
Ah, yes, classic.
This is a thing Disney actually did, by the way. This next part is a thing that actually they did. They had gas masks just around the park, and all of them were
Oh,
like Mickey Mouse and character themed.
that was a way to get children to wear gas masks.
Yeah, so like that's a
Um,
thing Disney actually did. The
Also,
story,
they had to make more gas masks for children. They had to make specific ones because normal ones don't fit on their face.
they don't no. Um, a an alarm goes off at the park. The alarm for a nuclear bomb being dropped.
Oh God.
So everyone rushes into a bunker at Site Zero, and they like hide down there. The um At first everyone's they shut the doors, it's pitch black down there. Everyone is calm, quiet for the most part, but then obviously like first signs of hysteria start showing up because, they're all scared, they're all panicked, and it just kind of gets into like, oh, you're standing too close to me, oh, you just stepped on my foot, like the small things that just eventually became into everyone shouting at each other while being trapped in this tiny ass dark room. So
Yes.
eventually Rosie goes upstairs to smoke a cigarette. Like boss bitch, let's be honest. They all think a nuclear bomb just went off, and she's like, I need to go have a smoke. Like, love her. Um, she opens the door. Everything is fine, but the alarm has stopped. Nuclear bomb never got dropped or anything. They were all just the alarm just went off, and everyone huddled into this bunker. She the hysteria at the bottom of the door, or the hysteria at the bottom of the steps, just keeps getting louder and louder and louder, and then just stops. And she's like trying to peer into the darkness, trying to see anything, and the only thing she can hear is something that echoed at the bottom of the stairs in a way she couldn't tell if it was like coming from the bottom of the stairs or right in front of her fucking face because of the way it echoed. Shut,
That
shut the
is
door,
creepy.
shut the door, dear. You're letting out the cold. So she does. She shuts the door, and Site Zero gets cement poured on it. All those people
See,
inside.
that is dark. Jesus Christ.
But remember how all the hysteria suddenly stopped?
Mm-hmm.
There's no explanation. There's no like, did they all just die? Did they disappear? There's no explanation for it.
Hmm.
There's um and a few weeks later, Rosie is found dead in her apartment.
Huh.
She exposed the secrets of Disney. So she had to be
Oh,
silenced.
well, you know. Ah, yes. She got Boeinged.
The other two stories kind of give us more ideas about what exactly is going on with the park. Um, there's a few suggestions and Corruptus. A few suggestions is literally just they put a suggestion box in Mowgli's palace while it was up and running, like for a little bit. Um, well,
Hmm.
it starts off normal, um, like stuff just about like, hey, can we get the? Well, there's a few weirder stuff about staff complaining about creepy children running around,
Ugh, well, I hate children, so they're all creepy.
but like most of the suggestions start off really normal. But then it said something about how someone's been getting into the suggestion cards and like leaving suggestions that are nonsensical, which is when we get led into um, the weird suggestions boxes, which are stuff like some guy's getting mad at some other dude named Frank for cheating at solitaire, which I don't know how you cheat at solitaire. I mean, I know how you cheat at solitaire, but it's a single.
Oh, it's solitaire single player.
Yeah, like how do you get mad at someone for cheating at solitaire? Um, and how he's gonna get his revenge by drowning him in one of the resort's toilets. Um, but it starts getting like, hello, it's hard to write with these gloves on. You gotta find Frank. Um,
What the fuck?
costume is sticking to the sores. Did you find Frank yet? I'll give you a hint.
What the?
Flush. I,
That is,
the
that's
co-
fucked up.
the costume is sticking to the sores, and there are more sores. The costume is breathing. If I don't match its movements, I can't get any air.
Hmm.
I can't get my head off. 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 Ignore last suggestion. It was my real head. I forgot.
Bruh.
Photo negative Mickey got into the cards.
Dude, negative photos just bother me. I hate them.
Um, I the suggestion box ones freak me out because every time I've heard someone read the story, they have the most fucked up voice for it. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I suppose it's part of it.
the so like this part. This is when it got really interesting for me because it's very obvious that this thing isn't a person in a costume, right?
Right.
Like it is the costume itself, but it believes it's a person in a costume.
I believe I'm a person in a costume.
All right. Isn't that how being a VTuber kind of works?
I mean, my skeleton wants out.
All right, we're tell your skeleton to stay in because I'm keeping you here for a little while longer.
Oh, fine.
Um, the final story, Corruptus, kind of gives us an idea on what's going on. I don't remember Corruptus a whole lot. I just remember like the stuff it kind of confirmed, where basically when they opened their fucking Treasure Island resort, which hey, that's where that game came from, by the way. The Abandoned by Disney gave rise to the fucking Treasure Island games, which are not not very much a friendly to people who don't like horror. Those ones are terrifying. Um,
Hmm.
it's basically a FNAF fan game, but using distorted Mickey characters.
Ah, well, you know.
Um, so with Corruptus, it basically confirms that all of these things, the like Room Zero, like whatever happened at Room Zero, all of the creepy weird kids running around, like all this stuff, and like the fucking photo negative Mickey and the birds that keep killing the regular birds on Treasure Island, are called a corruptus. Basically, have you heard of an egregore?
No, I don't know what that is.
They're basically like it's this idea where if people believe in something enough, it becomes real, like a real manifestation.
Mm.
So it's kind of the thing of like what a lot of people believe ghosts are is like, hey, we believed in the ghosts enough, they became real. Or so it's like this thing of like a collective belief among like just people in general will form into the actual thing given enough like thought and energy put into this thing, which good idea, but at the same time, why isn't Santa actually bringing me presents then? Goddamn.
That's like psychic energy in Warhammer, and why and how orcs work in Warhammer.
Nice.
If enough orcs believe in something, then it happens.
Love that.
That's why their cars, if you paint it red, it goes faster.
Huh.
Also, they're driving with painted on control panels. And their gun isn't filled with ammo; it's filled with rocks, but it's still killing you.
Well, rip.
Um,
Um,
like, yeah,
so
collective belief.
Corruptus are basically egregores, but all being made about people's negative, like negative influences of Disney, basically. Um, the photo negative Mickey kind of came about the mistreatment of the mascots and why, like, all just like the hatred of Disney. Um, because like obviously it's going around kill. Because by the way, this photo negative Mickey is also going around killing other mascots. Because one of the other suggestion cards is just the costumes are all full and there's no hook left for me. Remember all the costumes that were hanging on hooks in the basement when the guy found photo negative Mickey in the first story?
Mm.
Those are all real people that fucking photo negative Mickey killed.
Oh my god.
That Disney covered up. The whole like corrupt series
Like,
is about Disney's like corruption causing these things.
at a certain point, it would be just more effective to admit it. But that's not gonna happen.
No, it's not. But like, oh god, it's such a good story. And so like, and giving like proof to this. Remember how I said it's like yellow blood coming out of its neck?
Yeah, that just reminds me of something like pus.
Well, no. So like, why is it yellow? Like everyone's first thought obviously would have gone to like, oh, it's just photonegative blood. But red turns blue when you turn it photonegative. Like,
Oh. I'm assuming it's some sort of nasty infection, but
remember how I said that people were overheating in the mascot suits? That basically throwing up was a constant occurrence.
yeah.
It's
So it's
fucking
puke.
vomit coming out of the inside of the costume.
Oh my god. Ugh. The smell must be fucking awful. Ugh.
It's, oh, I love Abandoned by Disney so
Mahoy.
much.
Mahoy me oi me oi. It's Amphion ahoy.
It's Amphi.
Hi Amphi. We're talking about analog horror.
Yeah.
Well, mostly Lunex. I'm just standing here being cute.
Oh my god, he admits it.
For like 3 seconds, and then I go back to being a bitch.
Oh my god. Oh, my first thing with Linux. No, literally, actually, because it was straight up. I think I just like made a tweet about like, hey, any people want to join me for analog horror, and Effie was like, me. And so that's how we got to where we are now.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, Amphi, as I was describing it earlier, it was watching Dreams of an Insomniac with you and he who shall not be named. Um, but uh, so yeah, like Abandoned by Disney is just that's it. That's the whole story.
Bruh. I mean, that's something, all right.
Oh my god, I love. Also, Amphi, do you agree Boba needs to watch the Meat Snake? The
Again,
fucking
it
Meat Snake.
sounds interesting, but I don't think it's about what I want it to be about.
I mean, don't worry. There was also the. Are you gonna taint his holy peepers with a meat snake? I am gonna taint his holy peepers with a meat snake.
Did you just say I have holy peepers?
Yes. But so oh my god. I don't know which one to talk about next, honestly. I love all of them. Which I talk about Marble Hornets, but now that Amphi's here, I can't because we were watching Marble Hornets. So I need to wait on that one. Um. Nope.
Boop. Don't worry about that.
All right. So nothing about me is holy, but I'd love to see the meat snake. You know what? We'll get a fucking picture of the meat snake. God damn it. We'll get a picture of the meat snake. Twitch, don't ban me, please.
Oh, well.
Oh my god, I can get a plush? Oh my god, it's so cute.
What in the heck?
I can get a plush of a meat snake. Alright, let's share with the class, shall we?
Oh, no. I really hope that it's safe for Twitch.
It's again, we watched this series.
Destiny.
Orator, is that your name? Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I can't say shit correctly, so if that is wrong, please let me know. Where is my okay, window capture? Okay, there we go. We're gonna cover us for a second.
Ew. That's disgusting.
It's just a little meat snake.
I hate that.
They only eat dead bodies. They eat dead bodies and they take the skull of whatever they eat to like wear as their own, basically.
Oh, yeah, yay.
But apparently you can get a oh, oops. Rip. But apparently you can get a plush and look at him, and I want him. Look at him. But yeah, that's the meat snake. Basically, the whole thing with Vita Carnis is a new species got discovered, which are called the Vita Carnis, which literally just translate to living meat. But I think that applies to all creatures. But you know,
Your meat's alive for sure.
So it's basically
I
like,
certainly hope that the meat that I eat isn't alive, Amphi.
I mean, there is some lady who just devours octopuses alive, like, and just posts them, like. But
That is demonic.
it was though. If he becomes vegan, he's trying to convert us. It's like it was alive.
Ew.
So like, and it starts with just this like plant, because here's the thing, the Vita Carnis are weird because they're obviously made of meat, right? But they grow like plants. And then we find out that one of the species, the monolith, has EMPs. So, okay.
Also, fried octopus is really good.
Like a fungus. I guess it would be more like a fungus. I guess they were
Mhm.
more like a fungus.
I suppose, yeah.
But like, um, they're weird. I just remember wanting a fucking.
I want to try
I,
takoyaki again.
I wanted a fucking trimming as a pet, and Amphion told me no. They're like little meat turtles that cry, and they're about the size of a raccoon, and I wanted one, and there was even a video on how to care for your pet trimming, and Amphion told me no. And as soon as it got described as a fucking skinless, fucking skinless raccoon, I was like, someone should warn Zen.
Oh my god, a skinless raccoon.
I don't remember telling you no. You told me no. I don't remember if you told me no or if it was specifically like why though. I already brought up the mimic. I already told you about the mimic. It's not too late to get one now. Exactly. Alright, you're not a fucking trimming. What do you want, cat? Um, so there's the crawl, which is just all the plants, which apparently is very tasty. Um,
Hmm.
name it Amphion in honor of the one which got away. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
bruh.
Um, there's two other ones though. The Host of Influence and the Harvester. The Host of Influence basically releases these spores that like fuck with a human's mind. The Harvesters are the most fucked up thing I've seen in an analog horror. They're just these bulbs that grow out of the ground, and they lay these spines all around them. That they're basically pressured. Like when something heavy steps on them, the spines shoot out, impale their body, and it injects them with a venom that it's almost like snake venom. Like it stops their blood from clotting, and they just bleed out. And then the body is drug underground to be consumed.
It's an effective way to kill things.
Wait, it specifically only goes after larger targets and does not leave the small and does not target the small ones. So that way, the small ones will attract the larger animals for it to kill.
Like wolves and cattle and things
Yeah,
like that, and even humans.
yeah. Um, well,
So it is a size queen, correct?
the original because the one that I watched with Amphi was like an hour-long documentary on every single creature. But if you go and watch all of the individual videos made on them, they have some more information. I regret watching the Harvester one because the only thing it really added was a video of family playing outside.
Oh no.
Um, the little girl wanders off into the woods,
Or-
and you get to hear her scream as the harvester stabs her, and she bleeds out.
Oh.
The mom goes after the daughter after hearing her scream, cries at like obviously seeing her dead body, and also accidentally trips the harvester spines, and you hear her scream. And
Double kill.
it is some of the most like realistic screams I have heard in analog horror ever.
Have you seen that game where you're a telephone operator and you have to help people uh figure out what's wrong with their house?
Oh, Home
Or-
Safety Hotline that Amphi had me play? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Home Safety Hotline. I
Yes.
fucking love watching
Amphi,
people play
by
that
the
game.
way. Oh my god.
Home, it's like, what kind of knob is it?
What kind of
Or
knob?
is it a trash horde? Or,
I
fucking
need to
Home Safety Hotline.
I need to play more of that game and like get all the achievements.
The sad part is it's not random. That sucks.
Wait, it's not? Wait, so if I play through it
Uh-huh.
again, it's all the same answer. So what I'm hearing is,
Oh, so you're gonna metagame it, you
yep,
fucking loser.
listen.
Listen,
Yes, that's
there's
why I
nothing
couldn't
to
help
listen
you. Ah, fair. Oh my god. I
to.
liked the game. I was still very concerned. I'm still very confused about half of it.
Also, hello, Rain or Shine Plays. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for the first
Also,
time chat.
yes, hello, welcome in. Sorry, I was in a rant.
What the fuck is a gub rubber? That, huh?
Oh god, what other good analog horror is there to talk about? Like I don't want to talk about any of like the main popular ones because like everyone knows. Um
You can tell that Amphi's really good at observation duty.
you can't. Oh, he's one of the mimic human calls you get. Yeah. Gubber rubber here.
Blubber. Buppers rar. Amphi is
Let's
so good at observation duty, he doesn't notice the anomalies that go on in his castle still.
anyway. Um oh, have you seen Radar?
No. Also,
Oh.
are you Amphi? Are you good at your job? Are you sure?
Radar is made by the same person who made, or is made by a friend of the person who made Dreams of an Insomniac.
Hey, Cold, how you doing?
Um, what Dreams of an Insomniac did, Radar does so much more effectively. There are
You think
some.
so?
There are some. Well, okay, because I like Dreams of an Insomniac when it does the specifically like the PSA and everything. I like that aspect of it. I'm not a fan of the couple times we got to see like someone just walking around with a camera. I just had to refollow for some reason. Ayo.
Yeah, Twitch sometimes does that. We're talking about analog horror. So anything analog horror related, including movies, shows, games, that kind of thing.
Um,
Doppelgangers,
doppelgangers.
the unknown.
Um, so got some extra analog games, so I'm getting. Yeah, I figured you would. Um,
That'll be
so
entertaining.
fuck you. Um,
I like
there's.
watching you suffer.
I like watching you suffer too. Um, we're
So-
not talking about Silk Bulb, okay? No, 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 no. Fuck you, fuck you.
Why not? I want to know what it is.
Fine, I'll bring it
Enlighten
up. I'll
me.
bring it up after Radar.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
okay, fuck. Anyway, there's, yeah, Amphion and Boba. See, two cuties. Um,
Bruh. He's not on the stream right now.
I mean, yeah, but Amphion also suffers on stream. Why do you think I'm making him play Joy of Creation? Um,
You are what they call a silly goose. Yes, Daz, a horror. You scream during Resident Evil 2. Well, that's fair. Sometimes I think RE2 has some decent jump scares.
so, Radar. The whole story is like some guy keeps getting tormented by this thing that shows up on his TV called Face. They just call him Face.
Hmm.
Um, it's a weird one. Um, I'm not even sure how to describe half of the shit that happens in that one. But the story of the like what everything means is very good.
Yeah.
If what Pastra has said is right, which as someone who he basically is just like the analog horror like connoisseur basically at this point. Like he has seen all of them. Um he what he basically his theory is the entire thing is about your main character is dead and he's not realizing it and Face is trying to get him to realize it. But the way he died is he got kidnapped and put in a red room.
A red room?
You seriously don't know what those are? Do I have to explain this? No,
Again,
not the kinky
you
dungeon.
remember, I don't like horror, so I'm
Um,
unexperienced.
on
Inexperienced. I don't
on
know.
on the dark web. Yeah, it's basically Twitch murder rooms.
Oh, so like a snuff room.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it.
The snuff, a room for snuff films. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
but it's like happening live,
Yeah.
so it's like.
Um,
Are you
as
talking
far as
about Welcome to the Game, Amphi? If you were talking about
uh
Welcome to the Game, I refuse because I will not be able to beat that thing because the puzzles are fucking stupid.
I'm I'm pretty sure in Dead Signal, the in Dead Signal when you're viewing the cameras, one of them goes over a snuff room.
Of course it does. Like, um, but
Also, Dead Signal's a good horror game.
there's a lot of like evidence towards it. Like one of the like weirder sequences of Radar is he's in this hallway where everything's tinted red, very subtle.
Hmm.
He's trying to like bust open the door, but he can't. Um, and like all these panels in the walls are getting moved away just to show all these eyeballs watching him.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, this is he is getting tortured right now, and they're watching it, isn't it? And there's also like one thing where it's like he gets kidnapped right as he's coming home from like movies with friends.
God.
Like it's if you watch like part of it, it's like it's he was kidnapped right as he's trying to come home from like hanging out with friends, which is so much worse. Like they drop him off and then he's just gone.
Oof. Disappears into the night. That's why I don't like going out alone. Like ever.
This is why I don't like going out.
I'm a fragile little baby.
We know.
That's packing heat.
I didn't see if you said anything about it. Amphi, was it Welcome to the Game? Because if so, no. I refuse. Not because. To actually. See, here's the thing. I refuse specifically because. Like. Not because I think I'm gonna get scared by the game, but because I'm too fucking stupid for that game.
I mean, you are pretty stupid.
Alright, listen here.
What? You gonna do something about it?
Yes. Then why don't we make it a group project? Alright.
Yay, group project.
Also, I think my
That's
other problem is I'm gonna have to wait on that game until I like have my own PC because if I get interrupted during that game during one of the parts where I have to like not make noise, I'm gonna fucking kill someone.
I'd love to fight Linux. But that's why Amphi runs assist for me when I play Silent Hill 2 because of the coin puzzle.
The coin puzzle.
Literally fried my fucking brain. The puzzle before that was fine, but the coin puzzle. Oh my god! Apparently, the coin puzzle is the worst thing in Silent Hill 2.
Is it? Is it really? Who wouldn't think of
Oh,
using juice to unplug garbage chute? I mean, listen. Oh, that part. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I did it that quickly, but apparently people take longer on the coin puzzle, which is I can see it. You have to literally think outside the box for that one. And also, yeah, the juice shoot thing, I figured that out, but not in the right order. Like like the trash shoot thing, and it was just like, oh, because I figured I had to push it down the trash chute some way. It's like, oh, well, here's this heavy can of expired juice I can't drink.
So, you wanna hear about Silk Bulb?
You're a hacker, man, Daz.
Oh my god.
But yes, please tell me about this
So
silk bulb. Your bulb that's been silked.
it's a test. It is literally just sitting down taking a test, but it is terrifying. It is. Amphi had me play the demo, and I was already like, no, no, I don't want to do this. Because there's stuff like while you're taking the test, someone walks up behind you, and you can just see their shadow on the like screen in front of you.
Oh,
And
that one.
yeah,
I think I remember. I remember somebody playing it,
and
and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
it does, it so badly
It's
does.
so good.
I I wanted to cry. I wanted to just fucking cry.
I think one of my favorite like indie horror games I saw somebody play was the one where you have to escape a subway station in Japan
Oh yeah,
by picking out anomalies.
yeah.
Yeah, Exit 8.
Wait until it gets fully
Exit 8's really
released.
good.
Oh, I'm not. No.
Wait till it gets fully released.
No.
And then you just get a gift in your fucking mailbox because Anthe is really good at casting spells, apparently.
Or the as he puts it, quote unquote, getting blessed by a kitsune.
This is what
Yeah,
happens when I keep eating these fucking talismans, dude.
I don't eat the talisman. Oh, okay. I don't eat them. I give them to him, so he tells me he's proud of me.
I mean, I eat all the talismans, so they might activate when that happens.
Oh god.
If your name's on one of them and I eat it, something might happen.
Oh god.
I'm
You
like
two,
I'm like a really gay-looking paper shredder.
you two are conspiring against me. But
At least I'm a hot paper shredder.
gamer, yes.
Hell yeah, I am the gamer.
Um. Ooh, what other good like analog horror games are there?
Amphi, I'm gonna eat more of the talismans. You're gonna have to put up like an electric fence or something. This is correct, Drexy.
Actually, can we talk about Blair Witch, please? Because oh my god, nah, you eating them keeps inflation low. Oh my god.
Fair enough. But yeah. Yeah, talk about Blair Witch.
I am going to fucking riot. They decided that they're remaking it. It's not gonna work.
Why not?
The only reason the original Blair Witch worked so well is because, one, analog horror was not a thing. Like, it was, like, having a whole movie that is just, oh, just these group of people just in the woods just recording themselves was never, like, done before. And, like, yeah, it worked because nobody expected it. No one knew what it was. And also, they were able to market it as it being real. Like, because it also came out before the internet was like a huge thing, everyone thought that the deaths of these people were real. to the point where production even like made fake missing people's posters and sites about it. They posted sites about like, oh, here are the dead people's like belongings that were found with their bodies. The they even the actors had the same name as their, or the characters the actors were playing had the same name as the actors themselves. People thought it was real enough to the point where the parents of the actors kept getting sympathy cards in the mail saying, "I'm sorry for your loss." It will not work. Like, it will not work with it being a found footage horror film because no,
Mm.
everyone knows what's up with it now.
Yeah. Uh, the element of surprise is gone.
Yeah. They'd have to do it leaning more into being more of a witch in the woods. Or, except they tried Book of Shadows, and that's so shit. If you've ever seen Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows, it's so shit.
The flares would be blaring. This is true. Blaring like a witch.
Um, but yeah, it's like, it's not gonna work. And although I found out that while making this movie, I found out how, like, apparently it is just scarily easy to get real human teeth because apparently these people just said, "Hey, we're making a movie. Can we have teeth?" And the dentists were just like, "Yeah, you don't need to give us money. Here's these teeth that we pulled."
I mean, if you're not gonna do anything with your teeth, then yeah,
Yeah, but
it is kind of
also
easy to get
they
human
didn't
teeth.
require like proof that a movie was being made or anything. The dentist was just straight up like, "Yeah, all right, here."
Okay, what else are you gonna do with human teeth, though? Make a fucking necklace out of it?
Throw them away?
Like, put it under your fucking pillow? There's not really much you can do with teeth other than do something creepy with it.
Put it under
Like,
your pillow, have it magically
like
turn into money.
it's already out of the skull, so there's no assault involved.
I mean, okay, well, still, it's just
Unless,
really fucking funny.
unless you're gonna put it on like a fucking Aztec club or something. And at that point, just use obsidian. Oh, you could eat them. That is true, orator. You could. Fresh calcium.
I don't know. It's like they first announced that they were doing a remake, and I'm immediately looking at that like we could also just fucking not, but you know, like some remakes, all right, okay, or whatever. Making a remake on a movie that will not be good no matter what you try and do is so awful. You very much can, Amphion. Oh my god. No, we're pinning this one instead because I need. We're pinning this one because oh my god.
You, you know what? That sounds like that. It sounds like a T series video.
Oh my god, it does. Um,
Those fucking 5-minute crafts.
now that's true analog horror.
I mean,
Speak.
it is.
Actually,
Have you
oh my god, oh my god.
seen?
Sorry, I did not mean to. Oh, Local 58. I fucking love Local 58. They're unhinged. Did you ever see the video where she's like, "Hey, prank your friends, replace the bristles in their hair with matches. Haha, funny." They're extremely unhinged. But anyway, Local 58. Sorry if I interrupted you. You can say what you were gonna say first.
Nah, it's fine. Continue.
Are you sure? I did not mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're fine. Trust me. You're good.
So Local 58, it's straight up just a news channel.
Okay.
Um, where like they repost old broadcasts and all this stuff, but it slowly devolves into aliens hijacking the like waves in order to, you know, fuck with us. Because one of the main lines that sticks out to me from this series is we sent our signals through their domain. Did we really think they wouldn't add their own?
Hmm.
Because it's all this stuff of, hey, warning, on this day, don't go outside and look at the moon. It is extremely dangerous. Immediately followed by, oh, no, it's fine. Go out to look at the moon. It is safe for all to view. Or running shit of, like, this is what happens if America loses whatever fucking war we were in at the time the series is supposed to take place. Um, if so, like, you should all kill yourselves to preserve the dignity of America. Families should get rid of the children before killing themselves. Like shit like that.
Amphi-
And the aliens are trying to get us to die.
Amphion_VT. What the fuck did you send me? He sent me the actual
Oh,
5 minute
yeah, I see it.
video. Yeah. Teeth bag.
Teeth bag.
Teeth bag.
Don't worry, my favorite one is the oh no, I can't use my spoon cuz it's upside down. Time to hammer it so it's the other way. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, that's Lunex core.
No, fuck you. Bold of you to assume I use a spoon when eating cereal.
Yeah, you no, true Lunex core, you fucking eat it with your fingers, you weirdo.
No, not even. You just eat it like a fucking dog. Just put the bowl on the table and just face first. Anyway, um, I have done that before. When
My
our spoons were
bar,
dirty,
my
by
bar
the way.
for you. Say that again.
I have done that before when all of our spoons were dirty once, by the way.
My bar for you gets lower and lower and lower.
Well, if the bar gets low enough, I won't ever disappoint you. So,
Just.
so Local 50, there's a lot of like weird stuff. It's also like there's weird shit that gets added to the airwaves, like trying to fuck with how we perceive human faces, and also telling us to avoid sleep. Because obviously, when we lose sleep, we're more like irrational, angry, irritable, and also if we like stop seeing people as human, we're more prone to violence against them. The aliens are trying to get us to either kill each other or ourselves, and there is something dangerous about the moon in this world. There are multiple warnings about like don't look at the moon, immediately followed by the aliens fucking with it to be like, no, come look at the moon, it's safe for everyone to view. There is, if you look closely at the video, it looks like the moon is breathing.
Breathing.
But also it also seems to be taking inspiration from the, have you ever heard the theory about, like, obviously there's the theory that, oh no, we faked the moon landing, but have you ever heard the theory that we did encounter aliens on the moon when we went? Have you never heard that?
I don't think so.
So the theory, because there was a point where the like communication cut out with the team, and they believe like during that time, like it was they were talking to aliens and like encountered aliens. And what, right down, up, left, down, oh my god. What it seems to be hinting at is that's the like truth in this world, is that yes, we did encounter aliens and they got pissed that we interrupted them.
That sounds kind of freaky.
There is one of the episodes is a cartoon for kids, where it's literally, that's all it is. It's a cartoon skeleton walking through a graveyard. He falls into a grave, looks up at the moon as it like smiles at him, and he just stops moving and dies.
Oh god.
My favorite episode for Local 58, though, is you are on the fastest available route. It is dash cam footage. Um, as he's driving down, like obviously his fucking GPS is going, keeps telling him he's on the fastest available route. Then at one point, oh hey, turn off here, and it is a like dirt road on the side of the street when he's nowhere near where he's supposed to be. And then it's like, in 100 feet, turn off your headlights.
Oh.
He turns them back on. You can see one of the fucking aliens for a split second. But he dies when trying to like back out of there, and he crashes the car and it fucking gets set on fire and explodes.
A normal reaction, for sure.
I mean, honestly, yeah. More normal than the fucking birthday party that went on in Signs, like.
Mm. What else can we think about? What the fuck is Signs?
It's just an alien movie.
Another alien movie.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, there's a scene at a birthday party. It's like one of the ones where we get our only like really good look at one of the aliens. Amphi, I don't want to bring up Mandela Catalog because of the shit with the creator.
Yeah.
Also, Boba apparently has a really bad doppelganger problem.
I do, but that's what makes analog horror so good.
Speaking of the, actually no, real quick, we're gonna bring up something in it. You know the fucking like nun in that one? Not like an action.
Okay.
The like, I think it's called the pastor or whatever. There are ghost face plushes at my work that you can take the hood down off of, and when you do, it just looks like the fucking nun alternate.
Oh my god.
It's really fucking funny, and I need to take a picture next time I'm there so you can see what I'm talking about.
Please do.
Oh wait, I know which one we need to talk about. This one's a really good one. You seen The Children Under the House?
I don't know what that is. Most of this stuff I'm unfamiliar with.
It is an analog horror told told solely through the tapes of a therapist, along with children's drawings of the like kids she's seeing.
Yeah.
Because apparently they moved into this new house, and the child stopped talking.
Right.
Um,
Just stopped.
like just stopped talking. They don't know why. Throughout the whole story, we get the fact that there are ghost children that the kid is talking to. At first, obviously, the lady thinks it's just
Imaginary friend?
yeah, she thinks it's an imaginary friend.
That sounds
But
pretty nice.
it basically kind of gets into stuff of like, she's like, oh, obviously because she's dead, she can't. Or it's like, it's like something where like the therapist would ask a question, and the girl like she would answer back, but she would just be like writing on paper and stuff to answer back. Um, and it would say like, oh, well, why can't she do this? And it would just respond with, oh, she's dead.
Oh, okay.
So like the kid knew the whole time they were ghosts. And it's like, well, where are they? And said something like, well, they're under the house. They can't leave the house or anything. That we kept being this like old burger shack kept getting brought up, like this place called the Burger Shack that was ran by this elderly couple, and like all the kids love it there. So like the therapist kept saying like you should go to Burger Shack and go do the stuff there. The kids kept showing up. Well, one specific kid kept like following the girl around. I think her name was like Maria or something. I don't really remember. gonna call her Maria, or no, I think it was Mia. I think it was specifically the girl's name was Mia. Um, but it started to be a thing where the therapist would keep asking like, "Oh, well, what are all the kids' names?" So the girl wrote down all the kids' names. The therapist went like searching, found either missing persons reports or like, "Hey, we found a dead child report for all these kids around the age, the same description and the same name that the little girl gave, including
Hmm.
one where a girl was in the trunk of a car that was in a car crash, and when they did the autopsy, there was heroin in her body."
Oh God.
The two so the therapist freaks out obviously because the whole thing is she's like she wants to write a book on the story basically. She like wants to write a book on like, oh, this little girl that like can talk to ghosts basically. um so her contact is this other therapist that she's talking about writing the book with, and that's who all these like reports are being made for. At one point she's like, she kind of puts two and two together that all the kids were kidnapped from the burger shack, and realizes that it's the elderly couple that was like running a fucking um a crime that involves the word ring, but we're not gonna say what kind. Like,
Oh
you know,
God.
you know.
That's rough.
Um, it's fucked. It is extremely fucked. Um, so the adults, like all like she goes to meet with the girl's parents, and it doesn't really go well because the parents are like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about? Huh? This is wild. What the fuck do you mean?" Um, because also, by the way, the kids were like the family was planning on moving because they're like, if this is a problem with the house because it happened just when we got in the house, we were gonna move away. But the therapist is like, no, like no, because the ghost children have said multiple times we're not gonna let her leave. So like, maybe don't try and leave. That might just be me, but maybe don't try and leave if the ghost children tell you not to leave. I don't know if I'm the dumb one here for that statement, but
I mean, I don't know if would you trust the ghost children?
I would. If any ghost
Or
tells me not to leave or they're gonna try and kill me, no.
so you're well, okay. Well, yeah, you're just gonna submit that tracks.
All right, let's not have that phrase used when we're talking about dead kids, please. Um,
Jesus Christ.
like let's not, please. But the elderly couple realize that oh shit, they know our secret and go to kill them all. But then they specifically, it's the therapist thought of an idea and was like, "Do you remember the names of all the kids you killed?"
What the fuck?
So they're like, "Of course we do," and they like rant all the kids' names because the kids don't know who killed them either. By the way, the kids know nothing.
Of course they don't.
Well, once they admit like, "Hey, we killed them all. We're the reason you're all dead," the kids attack. They kind of drag the two of them to hell, and the little girl starts talking again,
Oh, all right then.
and that's where it ends. Yeah, that was a fucked up one because I just remember looking at like the children under the house, and I'm like, like a shittier version of Harry Potter. It was not a shittier version of Harry Potter. It was very much not a shittier version of Harry Potter.
I'm in your crawl space.
Oh god.
Me, I am. I'm eating all the insulation in your walls.
I mean, I'd rather you eat my ass, but okay.
Well, that's just you're just being forward. All right, that works for me.
Listen, you gave me the chance to say it. Am I not supposed to? Like, it was right there.
I mean, you went straight. You went straight for the throat with that one.
Listen, I'll return the favor. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will.
Cat,
Yeah,
not right
yeah.
now. What the fuck? Why do
Yeah,
you
just-
always have to bother me when I am streaming? Go away.
Cat's homophobic.
She is. No, don't worry. When I was playing Valorant yesterday with Uni, there was a really fucking funny round that happened where someone was like, it's my month. If you kill me, you're homophobic. And then the ISO on the team, and I just replied same, like just as a joke. And the ISO on the other team killed both me and the Clove, and was just like, damn, I must be really homophobic. I only killed the two gay people that round.
Damn. All right.
And so it was just a really
Also-
fucking funny.
Also, you got killed by an ISO again.
Shut up. I don't need to hear it. I will start ranting about Korra, I swear to God. I'll start sending you pictures of Korra.
You do that, and I'm. You do that, and I'm blocking you.
You do that to me?
I mean, it'd be a temporary block, but don't test me.
You're like, listen, it's for 2 seconds, but
The fact is, I would do it.
I'm not sure if there's any like other small ones we can talk about in the meantime.
I mean, my food got here, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If
I
you
mean, you wanted to send.
if you wanted to wrap it up, I could go eat.
All right, yeah, that's fine. We can end it here.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Okay.
Thank you everyone for bearing with my fucking hyperfixation brain going wild.
It was adorable as always.
It was not. Fuck you. You're the adorable one here.
I love listening to you rant.
Trust me, we haven't even scratched the surface of any of my extremely bad hyperfixations yet.
Well, there's more Modshop episodes to come.
There are. Don't forget the fact that you said one of these times I can make an episode about me just ranting about the plot of FNAF. So
I did tell you that, and I'll hold you to it.
I apologize in advance, everyone. Thank you for the hydrate mystique.
Guess I should block out more than 2 hours.
The fact that I watched a 10-hour lore video one time, like they were trying to explain the lore to someone who'd never played the FNAF games before, and it took 10 hours. Block out a whole day? Exactly. And that was like right before Security Breach released, so we got more.
I'll block out a whole day. Lucky for you, I like giving you my time. All right.
We go in Uni Backyardigan levels for FNAF? Exactly.
Oh my god.
Exactly. That man, I love him so much, but like, goddamn, the Backyardigans.
Honestly.
Yeah, hang on. Everyone, go bully the cyborg. He's our favorite cyborg.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Because you deserve it.
Ugh.
Go bully our favorite cyborg. And I will be ending here. Whether I stream tomorrow or not is still kind of up in the air. It depends on how I feel, because I am not gonna be great in the morning.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, and yeah, thank you for the shout out.
Of course.
But yeah, he's gonna be under the weather tomorrow.
So, if I do play anything, guys, do not expect a lot of talking from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will see everyone some other time. You can go bully Boba in the meantime because he will be live tomorrow.
I will be live tomorrow. Anyway, it'll be at 1 p.m. EST. We're playing more Cyberpunk.
Yay! So I can't watch anyways because spoilers. Because I want to play the game myself eventually.
Then play the goddamn game.
I'm broke, motherfucker. Well,
Skill issue.
I have money, but all that money's going towards a desk and monitors.
Skill issue.
Anyway, bye, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.